said that him and his wife are planning to do a complete competition. Say like, George, we might want to fly out. I said, this is what you want to do. Do me like Mr. T and the E team. Put something in my drink so I won't know that I'm flying. You know, I say, hey,
Yeah.
fool, I'm not ready to fly. So we got here a
Knock you
comment.
out.
Yeah, knock me out. Yeah, I don't want to hear say. Also, we got a comment from a man, Russ G says, I would definitely add and follow her. Thank you, brother. That just helps these ladies. Follow these ladies, subscribe to them. That does help them. This is from a man, KL says, you look nice on stage. Thank you, KL. Also, it's from a warrior. I made just a time for IG. I'm sure George has already informed you guys in the chat. Say no D pics. I think all you know the drill by now. Thank you, my man Warrior. Thank you for telling us that. So, like I said, yeah, leg day is tough for any bodybuilder. I mean, every like this. I like this. It's like that episode of Chappelle's Show when Charlie Murphy meets Rick James to go back to Eddie's house, and then Rick is like, say, "F your couch, Eddie Murphy," and they're beating his legs. That's how it feels for a lady for bodybuilder. But what's your favorite workout when you're working out?
My favorite workout, it would be back. I need the most development there as well, but I love it. I love it. I mean, it's hard with my coach. It's hard, but I do enjoy it. Legs, I gotta find another level. I have to dig so deep that it's mentally, I walk in like, okay, I have to be prepared or it's not going to be a good day.
So my background is my nephew. He's just sales, but yeah, he's a football fan. Yeah, so that's
right here.
But yeah, it's that thing. The back can make or break how you place at a show. That is, I think, a lot of ladies say that's the thing they work on the most. It's great for presentation. Everything can look good in the front, but if you don't have everything good in the back, that's some things the judges look at. So
yeah, I was told, I needed more width and more depth. So that's something we'll really focus on.
Especially with your size, you're more smaller, petita. It's hard to put on that extra width and depth. And if you look at the women now, like I said, you look at people like Andrea and also Michaela and also people like Ashley and Angela. It's tough competition. So, what's the plan now that you're a pro? You feel like you need more time to grow, especially if you consider getting to women's bodybuilding, even physique. They want you girls to be more
Yeah, lots of improvements. I think we're going to try to shoot for 2025 sometime, but we still, this just happened like a week ago. So we're still kind of getting a game plan together. But yeah, I definitely have to grow and I have to improve. I know that, and we'll see, but I don't think I need as much time as, I was previously thinking. I was thinking maybe a couple years, especially in women's bodybuilding, but the feedback I got was just, sharpen everything, build shape, build that depth, not so much size as what I thought I may need.
Yeah, everything is just a process when doing the sport. And I learned this. It's not about trusting the process. It's about first understanding it. Then, when you understand it fully, then trust it. Sometimes you just don't want to put yourself in there, especially how sometimes it's good that you have a relationship with your coach. Some coaches will give some competitors a cookie-cutter plan. But like I said, not everybody is built the same. You're like more of the smaller, leaner, petite look. Some are more larger, fuller. I mean, there's just so much involved as you are trying to build and grow.
Well, yeah. For example, in a year, I gained 15 pounds of lean muscle, which surpassed, doubled our expectation for what we were going to do in a year. And to see that growth and what we achieved in a year, yeah, I think good things can happen. Just kind of stay the course, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Basically, just keep the faith, baby.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. We got a comment from man Russ G. Says, amazing IG page. Thank you, brother. He says, also, yes, indeed, very good IG page, I admit. Also, We got here from my man KL. He says, he shouts to my man Warrior. He said, Warrior 2000, I see you are the enforcer of the chat protector. And also, this is from a man, KL says, she has good symmetry, Warrior. That's good. And also, he says, that sometimes I type too fast to make an error. Thank you, brother. And we have here, this is from my man, Warrior says, yes, KL, that she does is the bikini wellness figure what? So, would you consider, not, I won't say bikini, but you already did figure before.
Hmm.
Would you consider it, because if you look at the figure girls now, I know you want to go back to high heels,
Right. No,
but would,
actually, coach, we've discussed that because I have that frame now. I've developed my legs. It's more there. So it is something I could consider. Yeah. But I do love, yeah, it's hard.
it's hard to get away from you. Like you walk around, move your toes, and don't have to worry about those high heels and stuff. I used to work at one of my jobs. I used to work at a strip club, and that's what a lot of ladies wear. They needed that because they want presentation, but it's not for everybody.
No.
So, like I said again, this sport there's a lot to this, and especially if you saw what's going on now, that there's now supposed to be a new upcoming division
Yeah.
as a competitor, how you feel about that? You feel that it's good, it's bad? What's your feedback on it?
I don't know yet. I have a little mixed feelings about it. It's like kind of like how do we reward that? I don't know. Um because I had that look 8 years ago. Um I don't know. It's very I have a lot of conflicting thoughts. It's as a competitor, I mean, I understand what they're doing, trying to get more eyes and attention and, you know, get more people to the sport, watching it, people competing in it for it to be more attainable, I suppose. Um, but I just feel like the evolution of the IFBB, I mean, it's grown so much, and I guess it's hard because we have a lot of crossover from physique to women's bodybuilding to figure to, you know, defining what an actual division is too needs to be a priority. I feel like it's kind of gets muddied up in, what we're looking for in every division.
See, I think the problem is, like I said, I'm an outsider. I'm just a guy that does content about the sport, and I've been a fan for a long time. I feel this: you have a problem already, but instead of slapping a bandage on an open wound, you need precise surgery. But instead, it's more like you ever saw the movie Scarface, where the part where Tony goes and his friend goes to the guys and tries to do a drug deal. They kill his friend, and they're about to do surgery with a chainsaw. Guys, oh, it's no, it doesn't work. That surgery chainsaw does not work. Just fix the problem you have now.
Right.
And what's going to happen is that division is also going to evolve. Because if you
Right.
look at now, look how bikini came in, and this is my, no offense to competitors, I've interviewed some competing competitors, but to me, I see it as an invasive species. It was brought in so that, change things, but then those women look just as much like maybe figuring it when it first kind of started out.
Hmm.
You look at wellness; it's practically brand new, and even those ladies, some of them ladies, I have a friend, her name is Jada. She was physique, she did bodybuilding, now she's doing wellness. I know
Hmm.
another lady, she switched over, she switched back to physique. You see, I think one thing is also when other competitors jump into that division, it kind of evolves. Like it happened with women's bodybuilding when you were pushing it out of got kicked out of the Arnold Classic, Miss International,
Hmm.
get pushed it out of shows. One guy came along and saved it. Excuse me, Natalie, I had to say it, I say his name. Yo, Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. That's my man Jake Wood. He came along and saved it, brought it back to Olympia. But then those athletes didn't have a place to go, so they went to physique, and that changed this. If you like to say, you look at Jalen Bailey, Julian McCartney, Shanique Grant. You look at Sarah. Just saw a friend of mine, this young lady who just posted something about this. How he compared the differences from like Dane Leon to now to someone like Sarah. But the thing is that it'd be smarter just to fix the problem you get now and try to create another problem that's going to happen on later.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I always worry about women's physique and women's bodybuilding being left behind sometimes. And, you know, it's a very, it's a hard division to compete in. And it's just, you know, you're going to have fewer people because it's hard, very hard. Um, and yeah, I do worry a little bit about that, you know, adding new divisions that, you know, are so far off from what we are. It's, yeah, it's a little like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, to quote one of my favorite movies, Young Guns, says, "If you can't be a geek up the street, you got to learn how to hit steel, and you want to earn your keep." Regulators. I don't know. You realize I'm crazy. So we got here some comments for a man K. He actually says, "How how far do you see yourself competing?" So, or is there an expiration date, or you feel like you want to just okay, I'm here, I'm there. Just what's your future, in your opinion, going to be
Honestly,
like? Hmm.
I feel like I've just kind of hit my prime. So I don't have an expiration date at the moment. I mean, I just got my pro card, so I got goals. So we'll see. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Like you said, like my man Doc Holliday, I'm in my prime. So yeah, shout out
Mhm.
to Doc Holliday, big Two Stove fan. We have here, this is from my man Russ G says, as FBB Pro, do you get a lot of requests to do photo shoots, and what do you look at far as choosing to shoot with a photographer? Because my man Russ, he also does photography. Have you been approached yet about doing photo shoots or anything like that?
I just did one with, you know, JM after the winners do a photo shoot. So that was
Yeah,
fun.
man.
Uh-huh. But I was supposed to do one with buys and tries, but we were leaving. We had to leave Dallas. They wanted to do it the next day. But yeah, I've been approached. I've done photo shoots before. Um, I don't know if there's anything specific I'm looking for, but someone who has great, you know, a great eye. See what they have, look through their stuff. But yeah, I'm down to do a lot of different things.
Well, I think there's quite a few. Like my man Russ, he does photography. He's right in South Carolina. I'm in North Carolina. He's too close. Maybe if you come closer here to the east, you may get an opportunity here. Also, one person is Sean Nelson. I had a pleasure interviewing Sean a while back. He, does photo shoots for his own company, Sean Nelson Photography. Also does Her Biceps, which is a very popular site. There's also one lady who's a legend. She used to compete in bodybuilding for a long time ago. Annie Revicchio. She does Muscle Angels. There's a long list. Also, it's just for my man Warrior. He do another suggestion. He says, Gilco Productions makes
Yes.
great photos. Love his work. Also, Chelsea Dion has her own photography company. She is also talented. Yeah, Chelsea. IFBB Pro Chelsea Dion. Chelsea's also planning on coming back next year. So yeah, that's opportunity
Yeah.
for you because I think it does get you out there. So, like social media, I think for a lot of these competitors is very important. I mean, we talk about this. I do a podcast on Monday. It's called Muscle Talk Monday. We talk about stuff like how I think a lot of you ladies need to really put yourself out there. But I know that's a concern of it because of people's prejudice, like their idea. Like when you look at women with muscle, to
Hmm.
the everyday person, it kind of offends their sense that you see these women with these muscles. Like they make comments like you're trying to be a man, but it'd be guys with boobs like I do who say that. And but this is about this. You're an athlete and you're committed and passionate about this sport.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we just need to get a thicker skin and just go for it. I agree. We need to be out there more. I talked about it before. We need women, you know, like Andrea Shaw, who carry yourself so beautiful, into the sport, be those superstars. Um, I think they are palatable to the rest of the world. It's just kind of how you present yourself, and we need more of that. I think we just don't see enough of it. And then it is. It's seeing a woman with that much muscle. It's a little shocking, but I do think it is how you present yourself too.
Mhm. Well, I think you ladies are amazing ladies. And one of my crime, I'm gonna admit my crime, Natalie, I am a muscle person. Smell. I just find, as the other guy like to say is, I find y'all beautiful. And
We appreciate. Yeah.
yeah, because like I say, you are as again an athlete and you love this sport, you truly to be in this sport, especially when there's not a lot of, now that you're pro. As amateur, not a lot of financial benefits. Instead again, the cost of your travel, the cost of your suits, the cost of your coaching, the cost of food, the travel to the shows, entry fees. This is a sport where, unlike other sports where, okay, you get benefits, you get paid, you can, like, something happens, you have, safety nets to take care of you. Bodybuilding is often, I've heard of it, is a poor man's sport, is a hobby sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's hard to. We need to do the sponsorships. We need that extra help. I mean, I'm in a lucky position. A lot of people aren't. That I get to focus on this. But yeah, we need to get on social media. We need to run through all the channels, really get it out there, and make that money. You know.
Yeah. Make that money, honey.
Mhm.
Just my man Russ G says, uh, throwing my name in the hat. Yeah, brother. Go ahead, because I support anybody. Also, he says, Sean is amazing. From man Warrior says, it's a niche sport, so we need to ensure it becomes bigger. And that's the thing is, yeah, it's up to the fans who follow it. If you can't go to shows, buy the pay-per-views. If you know an athlete, support them, because like I said again, they can use the sport. Because like I said again, this is a lot of work. Also, this is from my man Warrior says Chelsea has a juggle bodybuilding and photography that has to be quite challenging, keeping a balance between those two jobs as someone who is passionate and about the sport. Yeah, you have to be passionate, you have to juggle. And like I said again, the sacrifice you have to make. I know, the time you have to put into it, things that you would like to do. Like I know it's a good thing that you and your husband get to travel, but then sometimes you can't always do what you want to do, but you got to do what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. I
Hmm.
second that. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. So this is something I have to ask you, ladies, especially Natalie. After that, after the nationals, where do you go to indulge yourself? That calling, because I know being on prep, you can't eat a lot of this, you can't eat a lot of that. What was that thing that was calling you, Natalie? That was calling your name. Share with us.
Pizza. It was pizza.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've been craving that for a long time. So that's what it was. And it was
yeah.
just, I was exhausted. We all were. Um, we just went to our Airbnb and ordered a bunch of pizza. And I was fine with that. We were going to go out, but I was toast. All that energy and adrenaline. I just wanted to enjoy some good food, some bad food. It's been a while.
Yeah, because I think you should enjoy it. You should indulge because you got to think about you're on this diet. You're on restrictions. You can't have this or that. I know most definitely. Like does Jay does your nutrition too, or is that somebody else?
Mhm. He does everything. Yeah.
And also you have a posing coach.
That's Jay. Yeah. He does everything. Yep.
Wow, he's an
He's all around guy.
all around guy. That's good. Oh, this is from a man War. He's picking on. It says, "Don't be that weird schmo doing perverted things inappropriate in these ladies. Just show them dignity and respect, and help support their work." Yes, because we do need that. And also, they mentioned sponsorship. Like, it's good that you got your husband helping you out, supporting you. But would you be interested in being sponsored?
Yeah, definitely. Whoever, I mean, somebody I aligned with for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's most definitely. I think sponsorship does help for a lot of these ladies. I know it's hard. It's easy to probably sponsor like division like bikini or wellness, or now the division new division coming up. I remember some ladies back then told me that they had sponsorship, but then it changes. You get the codes and stuff like that,
Hmm.
But if this was like more of a sport where which you can really make some financial gains out of it, like any mainstream sport, it'd be great. So but like I said, as a competitor, what would you want for yourself out of bodybuilding?
What do I want for myself? Oh, that's a big question. I'm living it, I've gotten so much out of bodybuilding and I continue. It's my life. It's what I do. So I just want to continue to grow and get better and be my better self. that next time on stage, and just keep doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of like anybody. Everybody has, like I said again, you have to be driven to this sport. You have to have passion for it, and there's a lot of work to it. The diet, the training, regiments. I know there's days where, especially on prep, and your husband saying, "Honey, you just you might wig out and say, "I gotta, who's my bar? Who's my bar?"
Musa.
You know, it's so much to this, but
It is.
again, it's a sport that comes for passion, and just respect. And like I said, this is why I enjoy talking to women like yourself. I get the understanding what it takes. Like I said, I've been following by a long time, and I've been outside. Most people, especially us, most pusmos, we see upstairs, you rip, you shred it, you just outside. But then we gotta understand what it took you to get there. The
Mhm.
dieting, you're dehydrated, you're tired. There's so much work, and then when that investment comes back return, when you get that pro card,
Yeah.
and it's just simply worth it.
Yeah. That's how you took the words out of my mouth. It's worth it. That moment right there, it's worth it all. Yeah.
We got a comment from a man here. We're coming from a man Warrior. He says, Krispy Kreme glazed donuts is my gluten sin to eat. I pray every time that I don't fall into the sugar addiction trap whenever I pass a Krispy Kreme store on the road. Yeah, I know. The
I
close Krispy Kreme close Krispy Kreme is a place Fayetteville that's like 50 miles away, but there's a Dunkin' Donuts in the next town over. So so,
I'm a sucker for donuts. Like that's my go-to for sure.
one lady I'm a fan of, and I've had on my channel. You met her, Sheena Olick. She's a big donut freak. I mean, she loves donuts. I mean,
Hmm.
like Homer Simpson's donuts. so, so we got here my man Warrior says, I like Lord help me, not pull and wreck my car trying to get to the Krispy Kreme store parking lot. I tell you, yeah, I'm telling you, these guys on here, they're crazy. But I love these guys. They support my channel, and I appreciate they support you, ladies. So
Me too.
it said the plan is 2025. You already saw the list.
Barely. Yeah. I haven't had really a chance to go over it much.
Yeah, I think they updated a little bit. Still waiting on, I think, the Olympia, the Masters Olympia, a couple other shows overseas. I know, like I said, again, they added women's bodybuilding to the Texas Pro, also to Tupelo Pro. Physique lost a few shows, like not gonna have it in St. Louis, not gonna have it at the Legion Sports Festival, and the Clash was just a one-time thing. You know, there's quite a couple new shows coming up, I believe. One gonna be in Germany for women's bodybuilding and physique because it was in the UK, but they moved to Germany. And just it's very reckless. Still, the one thing I'm on the fence on is about the whole thing with the Pittsburgh Pro. I was hoping they would add women's bodybuilding. Forget
They did.
them. So yeah,
No.
so yeah, forget them. Like forget
Forget
it.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah. So we do like to appreciate the lovely Miss Miller for taking the time out here and talking with her. We don't want to hold her up. She's holidays. I know holidays is tough for a bodybuilder. I mean now, but hey, you don't have to worry about prepping anymore, but still have to follow the guidelines of your diet. Of your, because you just can't. I know your mom be cutting that nice turkey and chicken, and y'all have pumpkin pie. So
Hmm.
yeah, we have sweet potato down here in the South. We like sweet potato. But what would you tell somebody who is thinking about getting to a sport body? What would you say to them, especially for their first time, from your experiences?
If they're thinking about getting into it, I would say do your research, find a good coach. That's really important. And yeah, if this is, you got to really decide this is in your heart and what you want to do, because it's all in, like you were saying. It's a passion, it's a drive. It takes everything, nutrition, just really but really do your research though, and make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, because you know what, it's just not as easy as I think it is. There's so much involved with it. Being consistent. That's one thing that's most important.
Yeah.
Consistency and discipline.
Hmm.
Because, like I said, there's some days you get in the morning, you don't want to do cardio, but you need to do it. You don't want to, lift this, but you gotta lift that. You don't want to eat this because you get tired of eating chicken, broccoli, rice, this and that. You want that nice slice of pizza, but you know what? That pizza,
Hmm.
it can hurt you. But
Yeah.
you truly have to understand what's involved in it. And like I said again, yeah, find the right coach,